Good morning. Something's been on my mind. Walk with me. Now, I don't know. Damn. What the best course of action is here. 80 days of change is quite quite the tremendous idea, and is very beneficial. While simultaneously is now the correct time to utilize such a thing. Right. Motherfucker. Is nigh the correct time to utilize such a thing. See, my main goal is to grow my channel in this season of my life. It is a change is something that allows me to develop myself further but is it something that allows the channel to see the most growth and results? That is what I'm currently playing around with in my head. Does 80 days support the channels? Is it the best way for me to grow the channel? Or I guess what I'm playing around with in my mind, it is a good idea. It is a good concept. It is a good way to grow as an individual. And it is a good thing to record on here. As I've stated right now with the channel, kind of like an evidence building phase where I'm showing you guys my knowledge and what I know. But is right now the best time to utilize it? That is the question. What it's not be more beneficial to do multiple smaller series. And then my brain has the thought, hey, you already said you're going to do this. So not doing it wouldn't be keeping your word to yourself. So now we'd be giving ourselves evidence that we don't do the things we say we're going to do. We don't keep our word. And something I know that we have discussed many times is that is a big, huge no. You do not do that. You must ensure to give yourself the proper evidence of who you are as an individual. Now, there's other consistency challenges that I can participate in. To me, an 80 Days of Change challenge is in itself, I don't know, it feels like a weight loss thing. So now that I'm changing that aspect, it feels like I've already lost. I haven't lost. Well, it isn't something that requires much thought at the end of the day. So here's what we're going to do. I will still continue to do a form of the 80-day challenge. Wow, I'm feeling this in my hips a lot. But instead of it, a different variation of sorts. So slight adjustments will be made. We will start back from day 0. Day 1. First few days did go pretty well. But yesterday, we did eat more. So that kind of null and voids the entire original set of 80-day criteria. So revise. Today's goal is to revise said 80 days change. And I think it will be, or 80 days of maintain. The 80 days of maintain will be a set parameters of the first half of the day. And then from there, the rest of the day will be a little bit different. Honestly, the second half of my day should be more about recording other YouTube videos. I want to be able to maximize on my time each and every day. And if I can record multiple video series simultaneously in my mind, that in itself is a much more conducive environment. So slight adjustments will be made to ensure that I can record multiple different segments, multiple different series simultaneously. So I'll take some time today, revise the 80 days of maintain. We will discuss it later, and we'll begin it as soon as possible. Oh. That fucked up my hips. That's what we'll do. And we won't look back. So to recap, 80 days of maintain will still be happening. It'll be revision. It'll be more of a 80 days of morning routine type of deal. So for the first couple hours, from the minute I wake up to the minute I go to work, there will be a level of criteria that I will need to accomplish. And the rest of the day will be set aside. Arnold in the background. The rest of the day will be set aside for other series, which I will decide as they come about. I think that's the best way to utilize my time in each day. Part of me is like, you're a pussy. The other part of me is, this is the best route to take. And the part of me that matters says, make a choice and don't look back. Either way, we're still gonna win. So, make a choice and keep moving forward. There's no point of dilly-dallying. Anyway, I have an hour of cardio to embark in. So, I will see you guys after that is done. Peace. Okay. I've made my decision. Here is what I have chosen. First and foremost, we've discussed it before, and I've said it to you guys before. There's multiple things that are racing around in my mind when it comes to making this decision. am I this? Does this mean this? Does this mean that? Yada, yada, yada. Something I know I've said to you all, without a shadow of a doubt, is choosing in every situation, choosing the frame that best suits you. At the end of the day, everything can be true if you believe it to be so. So choose the frame that best suits you and your endeavors. Now, this ain't being delusional here, but there's no need to belittle yourself when it's not justifiably so. In fact, I think there's few situations where belittlement is the right frame to take. At first, I was taking the frame of I'm not keeping my word to myself. This, that, yada, yada, yada. The only way I'm not down to the wire, if I view it with a certain frame, yes, I'm not keeping my word to myself. However, the only goal of this 80 days of maintain was to, the framework was to do the same, to have a set guidelines to repeat every single day. That is it. And I can still do that. So the frame has not been broken. And therefore, I choose the frame of I am not breaking the promises I made to myself. Because it wasn't really a promise, was it? The promise that was that I would continue to do the same things. Now, in this moment, I think a pivot is necessary. Although it was a good idea, and I will definitely do the 80 days, or at least a similar thing down the line. I don't think this is the best. I don't think it suits this current season the best it can. So here's where we move forward. I will continue to do something similar. Not the same. Not what I had laid out for you guys. Restart. So clear everything. It'll be a different procedure. It'll be more of a morning thing. So I will be doing a I think there's, if you divide up your days, right, there's your 5 to 9, 9 to 5, whatever that looks like for you. There's your 5 to 9, 9 to 5, and then 5 to 9. So divvying up my day into 3 separate sections and utilizing those to the best of my ability. So what I'm doing from the moment I wake up to the moment I go to work, from the moment I get out of work, from the moment I get to work to the moment I get out of work, and from the moment I get out of work to the moment I go to sleep. Dividing those 3 sections and utilizing them to the best of my ability. That is what is currently on my mind. This is great in theory. I like it. It's good. I think it'd be very beneficial. Simultaneously, I have evidence I can do this. I've done it before. We've done it. I don't think it is very conducive to the season that I am in. I don't know if that's the right word. Maybe I'm looking for a different word. new framework to abide by. Dividing up my day so that I may post as much content as possible. Here's the 3 criteria. Continuing with this type of deal, we will do the first part of my day. I will document through the vlogs, and that will be this 80 days of maintain. So the mornings will always look the same. I will start my day and set the tone for my day every single day, the exact same. That will be my 80 days of maintain. From there, obviously I work, whatever. 3 series I will do simultaneously. First off, the mornings. I'll probably call it something different because it's not 80 days of maintain. 80 days of maintain was going to be a sequel to the 80 days of change. Maybe, I don't know, mandatory mornings, something like that. Different type of series, similar concept. But instead, it's just the mornings from the moment I wake up to right before I go to work. What am I doing to get the day on a phenomenal tone? Second series, I will document everything I eat. That'll be more in a shorts thing. I don't think that mandates an entire video, but that will allow me, let me write all this fucking down. And that is my, this is my only, where the fuck is my pen? Ah. This is my only goal for the day, is to get these things laid out. So 3 separate series simultaneously. Of course, that's dying. First series is mandatory mornings. Now in this series, I will document what I do every single morning to set the tone. Second series is a nutrition, a daily nutrition. It's going to be in the shorts. It's going to be short form. And it's just going to be me documenting basically what I eat every day. That's it. For this next season, which, like I said, I am bulking. Whether you support that or don't, it is what it is. I am bulking. The final thing, which will be a separate series entirely, is just documenting the workouts. Now that I'm working out at home, I can record. I can record my gym, my workouts. There's no point in not doing that. I remember a while back I did want to do a fitness journey series, but I was still stubborn and I was going to my other gyms, which didn't allow recording. Now that I am here and I'm working out at home, that is no longer a restriction. So that is the final series we'll be doing. So, mandatory mornings, similar to the days of maintain, just what I'm doing to set the tone every single day. Obviously, I'm still gonna It is the mornings, but it does. Your mornings start the night before. So I'm still going to go to bed at 8, 8:30. That way I can get up 3:45, 4 o'clock. I've been liking it. I like how I feel. I like how it starts me off. Those will stay the same. Mandatory mornings, long form content, documenting a strict procedure that I'll abide by for the first couple hours of my day. Second, daily nutrition, documenting all the food that I consume, whether I stick to a meal plan or not. We haven't decided that. Because I do enjoy the meal prep or the cooking tutorials, which a strict meal plan kind of pushes that aside, so I wouldn't be able to do that, which did piss me off a little bit. Thirdly, and lastly, another long form content series where I'm just vlogging my gym workouts. 24 hours, 3 separate series, maximizing my time to the best of my ability. Boom. There it is. There you have it. I am choosing the frame that I am not. Oh, and this is dying. Choosing the frame. This is not me giving up. This is not me giving in. This is not me. I'm talking to myself right now. The lower version of myself says that I'm giving up, I'm giving in. I'm not keeping my word. I'm only not keeping my word if I'm no longer aligning with my goals, if I completely give up on my goals. This is a pivoting moment because I came to the realization that the actions that I was taking were not conducive to the goal. I will see you guys later. This needs to get charged. We will be going over these 3 things. Peace. An absolutely horrible performance from us today, ladies and gentlemen. Which brings me to today's topic of conversation. Every day that you live, you give yourself evidence. Every action that you decide to take throughout the day is evidence that either will support you in your endeavors or will support the opposites of the very same goals that you say you strive for. If your goal is to lose weight, you can either have evidence that that is true by working out, by eating healthy, sticking to a diet, sleeping, getting a good night's sleep, etc. Business, working on your business, etc. Learning more, reading, not reading. Excuse me. Fuck. I think something's wrong with my gut health biome. Every single day, you are either giving yourself pieces of evidence that tell your subconscious self who the fuck you are. Now, it's not about being 100% either side. Some days you're going to have the evidence that supports the opposite of your goals. The weakness, the giving in. And other days, you'll have positive, beneficial evidence that supports supports. The very things that you aspire. I will dive deeper into this as I formulate exactly how I want to say it. But we are going to bed. Ugh. Shit show nutrition wise. I almost have, like I said this morning, I was going to figure out the 3 things. Gym's pretty easy. I already planned out my workout split. So that's nothing. I finished the mandatory mornings. And now I just need to develop the nutrition, which I will be consuming every day. As for these next few days, I think my gut biome's off. So I may take a fast for the next 2 days. And then there's a couple things I can do. I can fast and give my body time to reset mentally and physically, emotionally, spiritually, mainly physically. Or I can start incorporating more beneficial stuff that is beneficial for my gut microbiome. Kefir, Greek yogurt, etc. But honestly, I think I'll just fast for the next 2 days and get some stuff situated. By the way, I'm going to bed because it is 8 o'clock and that's what I said I'd be doing. So, at least have some evidence that I want the things that I want. Although nutrition was a bust today, ladies and gentlemen, if you could see the things I ate, but the hard pill I had to swallow today is that I can't have it at all. I think I mentioned my squirrel fund. My squirrel fund fucking backfired. It's backfired multiple times, but this, now I've just accepted it. I was stubborn with it before, but it's got to go. I can't. Respectfully, I love myself too much to keep some sweets in the freezer, which honestly, I haven't even been enjoying. I enjoy my healthy food a lot more than that other stuff. And that other stuff just makes me feel bleh. But it's a hard pill to swallow. And it's okay. It's just like booze and weed and all my other addictions. I am strong enough and secure enough to admit I can't have it around me. That's okay. Shit, that makes it easy. Easy. I've said it before, and it feels like lately, a lot of my realization, there's just a lot of things I say to do. In many ways, I haven't been doing them. Maybe I should start listening to myself. Anyway, thank you for allowing me to vent my frustration. Now it's time to get the fuck back after it. I will see you guys tomorrow. Make sure you like, subscribe. This was not day 3. This was... I was going to be day 1, but I'm going to finish the daily nutrition stuff. and we'll kind of go over the mandatory mornings tomorrow. We'll go over everything tomorrow. So I'll see you guys then. Peace out. Much love. Bye bye.